Hello there, YouTubers. Some of you've had some questions about this truck here, so I'm going to try to answer a couple of those in this video. It's been a brutal flu season so far, so you'll have to excuse my sickly voice. One of the more frequent questions I get asked about this truck pertains to the air conditioner. Is it stock? Is it aftermarket? Is it custom? Well, let me go on and dive into that. The truck uses the factory layout for the ductwork inside of the cab. I've had to replace some of these registers. And then it uses the factory evaporator box with no modifications whatsoever, except I added a little foam tape to help it seal better, to get a little more velocity out of my vents. That's where the factory components on the truck stop, concerning air conditioning, of course. The first iteration of my air conditioning on this truck was a very factory setup. I was using the York air compressor and all the factory components, and it was not satisfactory in my opinion. So one of the first things I did was replace the York air compressor with a Sanden air compressor. And this isn't a necessary step, but I needed to replace the air compressor anyways, so I just went on with a more common, more inexpensive, more efficient Sanden air compressor. It looks like it's missing a bolt. Better get on that. Now the Sanden style air compressor feeds this custom line, which routes to this parallel flow condenser. I chose the largest condenser that I could find to fit the real estate I had available under here, and this has proven to be a fantastic modification. The old serpentine condensers, while you can flush them out and reuse them, they don't cool as efficiently as the modern parallel flow condensers. So back here behind the grill, I don't know if you can see it very well, but there's the filter. It uses the same style fittings that the original equipment used, male insert O-rings. Of course, the original lines won't work on here because of the way they're oriented, but at least it is the same style as the rest of the fittings on the truck. And that feeds into a custom bent line here that's brazed to a fitting to transfer it over to rubber, and then go, of course, to the evaporator. And the last thing that most of these trucks, I believe, came factory with is a shutoff for the heater hose. And I have found this to be absolutely necessary in the summertime if you want the air conditioner to work well. So don't leave that out if you do something like this. As far as performance is pretty good. It's definitely better than it was before. It doesn't cool quite like the modern vehicles do, but I attribute this mostly to an engine that produces a lot of heat. The floorboards get pretty toasty, the firewall gets pretty toasty, even though there's insulation there, and that heat makes it pretty difficult for the air conditioner to keep up with. Nonetheless, while you won't get frostbite from sitting in the cab when it's 100 degrees outside, you won't be sweating either, which was really what I was looking for. You know, just a way to roll up the windows in a mud hole and not die of heat exhaustion.